Hey guys, what's going on? Will here, Flawless Crested Geckos. You guys gotta excuse me, I got the giggles, but sometimes it's like that, you know, when you with your wife or significant other and you kind of pester them all day long and you do nothing but, you know, laugh and giggle, but it's really cool. So we definitely enjoying life together, making the best out of every day. And actually this business helps us do that, so we're around each other every single day, so I can pester her every day. It's the funniest, guys. But this video is actually to answer a couple questions and kind of shed a little light on our facility. So with our facility, when it's all said and done, yeah, we're a little over 100 grand invested into the facility itself. So it will be a long drawn out video to kind of do a walkthrough of the whole thing in detail, price lists and things, but we'll probably get around to bits and pieces or do parts or segments to actually spotlight some of that. And it's always I guess an ever evolving situation, because when you're faced with an issue or a problem, you got to come up with a solution. And these are just trial and error things that, you know, Audra and I, you know, have built it pretty much ourselves. Other than the actual outer shell, we actually paid and got it customized and built for us to our specs. And then she always tells the story of her hanging drywall, and that's accurate and comical, but you know, that's that sweat equity. Anyway, this one we got a few questions on the Mike Wilbanks incubators. We have two of them. To address that, why would we have two? They are expensive, but the footprint was very important for the area we wanted to put them in. On top of that, when you can have one, why not just have two? And the reason having two of anything is if something fails with the first one, you can now at least not be, you know, SHIT out of luck, but you can try to figure out a way to make things work with the one that's still working and surviving, while you either check out repairing, warranty, or whatever it may be. But both of them are fully functional. We love them both. Also, we were faced with a problem when we built the facility where it's a full-time facility, so the facility is set around our animals' needs. Therefore, in the wintertime, it's been pretty cool being down there and feeding and keeping, you know, temps around, you know, 69, 70 degrees. It's very manageable, very comfortable. Now that the season is taking off and you're starting to pair, our geckos are getting out and being a little bit more active and bitey. And this is the fun and exciting time of the season. So what does that mean? That means the temps are going to increase. And we typically end up having eggs year round. We'll go into that a little bit, I guess, at the end of the clip of this video. But not to draw it out too long, basically when this time of year comes around, you start pairing. Optimum temps may be anywhere from, you know, 74 to 78 degrees. And if we're down there working in the facility, we may have to manage it with our mini splits. We have two mini splits installed by actually an HVAC tech, where it monitors and adjusts on its own. We can put it to auto adjust, and it will basically read the temperature through the thermostats and auto adjust to make sure it's cooling and heating to keep the temp at whatever temp we select. So if it spikes, it may go up to 80 degrees sometimes if we're down there, you know, working, and the mini splits are working, you know, in conjunction with each other to bring it down to 79 or 78. We're actually not afraid to run it at 80. It's hit 80 a few times and hasn't had any issues. We've never really went over 80 degrees in there, but our optimum temperature is never to set it at 80 degrees. I wish Audra actually was doing this video with us, because she could put her insight on how she kind of ventures off when we're feeding and, you know, wants to do her, you know, reels and videos for content. She and I are very different. I'm very focus driven on a task, and she's very original, very different perspective on content, which helps us tremendously. A lot of reels and videos and things that she do, I love to have her do them on her own, because I could never think of something in her mindset. So it's really, really, you know, I guess one hand washes the other. We both add benefits to Flawless brand.
Hey guys, Flawless Crested Geckos here, Will, Audra, and we're here to tell you about our Patreon.
Yes, going through tough times, you got to know that Flawless is always going to have your back. If you go over to patreon.com/flawlesscrestedgeckos, you'll see all the perks and benefits it is there for you to come and support us on our Patreon. $50 a month turns around and goes right back into your Flawless Crested Geckos savings account for you to use towards your next purchase.
Any purchase. We also give awesome benefits such as 5% off the top of the price of the gecko. We give free merchandise, t-shirts, we have stainless steel tables, tools, yes. All kinds of goodies. We also give free shipping to our members all year round, no blackout dates. And, you know, we give awesome tips, or we think we do anyway.
That's right. So go over to patreon.com/flawlesscrestedgeckos
and join our family.
Yes. The problem with having a new facility is a temperature controlled, climate controlled facility. We have, I believe it's 3 different monitoring devices that's all separate. We have the mini splits themselves, which you can set them. They have a digital reading on them. I'll try to pop it up on the screen where you'll set it for your desired temp. And again, just like the incubators, we like to have checks and balances in place. So just because we set those temps, let's say at 69 degrees, and we're like, okay, well, we're shooting for 69 degrees in there, it may not be calibrated, you know, for 69 degrees. That doesn't mean contact the manufacturer. That means figure it out. So for us to figure it out, we have 2 different Govee Wi-Fi devices. One is non-Wi-Fi. It's actually just a visual footprint. I'll put that up on the screen. It shows a hygrometer, shows the temp, the current temp, and then the humidity. Then we also have a Wi-Fi unit, which is just a little cube. I want to say it's 3 different cubes set in different spots in the facility that actually communicates with our cell phones. It's through an app. So basically what we see on the monitor of the Govee non-Wi-Fi unit, we compare that to the actual phone app of what the non-visual monitor is showing us, and it comes up pretty much accurate within the degree. What we found is that, you know, while our mini splits may be calling for 69 degrees, it may very well and often is 70 to 71 degrees in the facility. That's important because there's times during the year, like that's coming up for us, where we'll be breeding and actively rocking and rolling, and the monitors themselves may be reading 78, 79 degrees, even 80 degrees if we're in there working and cleaning tubs, but our mini splits will be set to, let's say, 74. And it'll linger around 75, 76 as the temps regulate. All that comes into play because your eggs, if you're incubating your eggs in your tackle boxes or whatever it may be, or on the shelf, they're going to incubate at that temperature of your room temperature. In the past, we haven't had any true issues, but again, we want to make sure that we want the full fulfillment of being breeders and producing these geckos. We want to make sure that we can get in front of having any issues. So if we can potentially increase our odds on egg production, egg survival, going through the full process, then we would like to do that. So having a facility set at 76 or 77, whatever we set it at, even during breeding season, even if it hits 80 degrees, it's very important with these Mike Wilbanks incubators that we didn't have to kind of build it ourselves and didn't have to rely on my intellect or Audra's intellect on building it, that it already came ready made, pretty much the boxed up product ready to use. So we set it, and here's the clip. Here we go. As you can see up here, it's set. Hopefully you can see it's set at 68 degrees inside the incubator, and it seems to actually be holding at 68 degrees without a problem. And these, we still have a couple trays, few eggs from actually last year. Seems like we hatch out all year round. This tray here, oh look, we have some 1024 blood diamond babies done hatched out. Got 2 in there. And what do we have up here? Oh, yeah, we still got a few. Oh man, these are gonna be some awesome ones. We have 1017, 2 glory babies done hatched out. So guys, so there we have it. With that, that's why we can hold temps on eggs at 68 degrees. Yes, it's gonna take a lot longer for them to hatch, but they'll hatch, you know, stronger, bigger, just overall just better. And it's fine for us if it takes longer. That being said, the facility can be 78, 79, 80 degrees, and it's still gonna hold 68 degrees because it has that cooling factor in the incubator. I don't know. Let us know if that's important to you guys. Let us know what you guys utilized before when we had it in our home. When it was taking over half of our home, we actually had an extra bathroom that we actually kind of used as the incubation room because it just kind of held at 70 degrees. So we didn't really have the temperature fluctuating whether it was breeding season or not. And also we tried doing a cooling period this year, and we're kind of, I guess we're gonna figure out how does that play a factor in our breeding season. So again, we're working through a lot of different things, a lot of different concepts, not having any true issues, but we're trying to prevent having issues. But hopefully you guys like this video. I'm sure there's other incubators. I'm sure you can make incubators that can do the same thing that Mike Wilbanks incubators can do. All we're doing is spotlighting a great product. We are not sponsored by Mike Wilbanks. We are not endorsed by them whatsoever. We just saying, hey, we like what they have. So hopefully you guys sub. Hopefully you like this video. Comment down below, and we are out.